Hi everyone, welcome to my Facebook Live this week. My name's Mandy Witherby and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. How is everybody today? It's a great day today. I got 2 more deliveries today. 2 little, well, instead of BBBs, they were LBBs, little brown boxes, but I got 2. So that was exciting. One of them did have some new product in it, and the other one had some top-ups that I was doing with cardstock and things. But I have a few of those new things to show you today. So that's very exciting. It's always exciting to get new things, isn't it? And whenever those little brown boxes turn up, or big brown boxes, it's always like Christmas every time. Oh, okay, no worries, Wendy. All good. Sorry, just put my hand over the camera. Hi, Donna, how are you? Fancy seeing you again today. It's great to see you. How's the weather up north today? It's been a bit of a gloomy day here today, a bit overcast all day. It's been threatening to rain, but it actually hasn't yet. I love BBBs as well. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So how's everyone's weekend been? Yeah, can everybody else hear me okay? Is it just Wendy who can't hear me, or is it everybody? Donna must be able to hear me because she's responding to me. Cold and very overcast. Oh, same. Yep. Yeah. It was a bit chilly today. I had to go out this morning and actually had a jumper on today. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Donna. Yeah, so Donna can hear me okay, Wendy? So it must just be Wendy's. Yeah. Oh, hopefully she can get that sorted out. So what did everybody get up to on the weekend? I had a very quiet weekend. Actually, I do have some news, something that I was working on over the weekend. Well, I was working on a few things actually, but one of the things I was working on was getting my YouTube channel up and running. So that's very exciting as well. So I now have a public YouTube channel. So all of my Facebook Lives that I film, I put over onto my YouTube channel. Crafting and making swaps. Oh, good job, Donna. Well done. Very good. Yeah, so it's a project I've been trying to get to for quite some time, but with the technical issues that I had been having with filming Facebook and everything, my filming quality wasn't good enough before to go onto YouTube, but now with the NBN it is. Yes, yeah, it is exciting. It's quite addictive actually. As I was putting all the videos on there, I'm like, oh, I want to do another one. I want to do another one. I want to do another one. It's quite exciting. So I want to try and film some shorter ones that I can just put directly over there as well. But all of my Facebook Lives will also be put over onto my YouTube channel as well. And I have actually had a YouTube channel for a little while, but I had been using it just for some of my class ladies, predominantly my technique club, and some of my online classes that I've recently just started, just to have the videos there unlisted that I can then email the link to people as they purchase them. But yeah, I hadn't gone public until this weekend, so yeah, very good. Yes, I'm going to do a few shorter videos as well, and I'll pop them in there too. So that should be good. I just have to think about what I'm going to do for those, but got a few ideas going around in my head. So yeah. Yes, so more new products today. Now the other thing too I wanted to let everybody know is I'm going to be having a virtual launch party. Now I did talk about it last week, and I did put the event up in my public page, so it's there. If you haven't seen it, go to the events section and you can click there on my virtual catalogue launch party. Hi Julie, great to see you. Today, Donna, I'm going to be playing with the Flowers for Every Season suite. And I hope I got that right. And do you know what? I didn't even grab my catalogue off my shelf because I have been out, and then I came home and I was in a rush getting ready for my live, and I forgot to grab my catalogue off my shelf. So let me just grab that just now. I'll grab my working copy and I'll grab a brand new one. So there's our beautiful new catalogue. Hang on, let me get comfy back in my seat now. Actually, before I go any further, let me just call this up on my iPad because I forgot to do that. I usually do that as soon as I start, and I got busy chatting straight away that I forgot to do that. Okay, so just bring that up so I can see all the comments down there, which is easier for me. Great. Oh, Wendy still can't hear me. Very strange today. Wonder what's happening there with her audio. Hopefully she can get that sorted out. Hi, Chris. Great to see you. All right, so let's get back onto our beautiful new catalogue, our beautiful annual catalogue. So these have all gone out now to my customers. So if you are in Australia and you don't already have a demonstrator that you're working with and you would like one of these beautiful catalogues, please let me know and I'd love to get one out to you. I have a whole stack of them here that I can post out, and as I said, all of my regular customers have already received those, which is great. Any of you that haven't yet received them in the post, please let me know, because they have all been posted out now, so they should be there with you quite soon. But if you haven't yet received them, please let me know so I know just to keep a track on that. Yes, so we're going to be playing with some of the brand new product from there. Oh, thanks, Andrea. And hello. I didn't say hello to you before, I don't think. Good. Okay, great. Oh, did you, Julie? Okay, and it's all fixed now? Okay, great. Thanks for that, Julie. Wendy must be something funny with Facebook or something today. You know, Facebook is always doing funny things to us. Always. Yeah, so the Flowers for Every Season suite is the one I'm going to be playing with today. But yeah, before we get on to that, I did want to just reiterate about my virtual launch. So to come along to my virtual catalogue launch, it's going to be held on Facebook and it's going to be in a private group. So you need to go to the events section and click on Going, and then it costs $15 to join. And all the information is there for you, but I will be sending out make and takes and goodie bags, and so that $15 covers those as well as postage for me to post those out to you. But you need to click on Going, and then when you do that, I will message you with my payment details, and then once that's paid, I can add you into the group. So if you have already RSVP'd that you are going to that event, please be sure to make your payment because that will secure your position in the event, and then I can be sure to get those make and takes and those goodie bags out to you as well. Okay. Oh, still no sound, Wendy. That's so annoying. Oh, that's very frustrating when that happens, isn't it? Well, hopefully at least she'll be able to watch it on the replay later anyway, if she can't get it going today. Okay, so remember too, as well, we have all those last chance products that are still available now, that are running out because all those retiring products are being snapped up. So if there was anything on your wish list from the current annual catalogue, be sure to get your orders in really soon, so that you don't miss out on those. My Technique Club is happening next weekend, next Saturday actually. That runs every month. Now this month's is full already and those kits have already been sent out, and so all the class content will be emailed to those ladies next week. But if you would like to join in with my Technique Club, then watch out for that. I will post the event for next month, and so just keep an eye out for that as well. All right. Also too, don't forget that we still have the COVID-19 give back promotion as well, where you can purchase that PDF download directly from Stampin' Up, and then you'll have all those fantastic sentiments, and there's some images there as well to make all those special cards to send out to people during this period of COVID-19. So if you're looking for that, feel free to go to my online store at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and you'll see there's a banner there for that COVID-19 give back. Just click on there and all the details will be there for you. Okay, I don't have a whole heap of news today actually. That's pretty much all the news that I have for you. So let's get on to looking at some of these beautiful products. Now the other thing I was going to say is, as we're looking at these beautiful products, keep in mind that if you are not already a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then you too can get these products in your starter kit when you join Stampin' Up! And then from there on you can get 20 to 25% discount on all your products. So you can become a happy shopper when you join my team, and it's only $169, and I'll just show you that catalog again. So this is the new catalog that's going to be launching on the 3rd of June. Okay, so all of those products will be available on the 3rd of June, but if you join Stampin' Up! Now, you can get some of those products in your starter kit right now. And I can give you more information about that. It's only $169 to join, but you get to choose $235 worth of product in that starter kit. So you get that extra $66 for free. Plus, you get free shipping on that as well. So that's a big saving as well. And then from there on, you get 20% discount on all of your purchases. So you don't need to sell to anybody at all. You can purely purchase the products just for yourself as a happy shopper. So if you would like more information, please get in contact with me, and I'd love to share with you that information and that opportunity. All right, let me show you the new products that I got in today. So with the Flowers for Every Season suite, I did have some of those products already, which I showed last week, but I didn't have all of them. But I went ahead and actually ended up buying all of the rest of them because I decided that I really needed them. So when you see all these beautiful products, you just have to have them. So I've got, well, what I might do is I might turn the camera down actually, because I'll show you on the desktop, because I'd like to open the dies. I haven't even opened the dies yet, so I want to open them, and we can do that together, and then I can show you everything up close, which will be much easier than me trying to hold them up in the air. All right, so let me just move all of this, and I'll just cover up the camera while we've got a few more jumping on. Hi, Athena. Hi, Chitska. Thank you for coming today and joining me. Hi, Kim. Who else have I missed? I saw Chris and Wendy and Julie. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anybody else. How are you all today, ladies? Keep chatting. As I tip the camera down, I can still see your comments. I can see them up on my iPad. So keep chatting. So this will just be a little bit noisy as I tip the camera down. So just bear with me. Okay, now let's see if we got that straight. See how we go. Oh, I've got that a little bit crooked, and I'm really close today. Did my tripod go down? I had that up higher before. It's come down again. Let me just go back up again. Sorry about that. Where's my other mark? There it is, there. For some reason that had come right back down low again. I don't know why, but there we go. That looks a bit better, so you can see everything. All right, so again, as I always let you know every week, if you would like to shop with me, if you see any of these products that you like, as I said, they'll be available from the 3rd of June. You can go to my online store at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and up on the left-hand side, you'll see a shop button. So you just click on that shop button and that takes you through to my online store where you can browse. If you would like to get that COVID-19 payback PDF, you can go there as well. And also any of those retiring products in the last chance items, make sure you go and check that out as well. So go there, have a browse around, see what's there. If you are purchasing with me through my online store, if you use my host code for orders under $250, you will get a free thank you gift from me. If your order is over $250, then don't use the code, because you will get the stamp and rewards for yourself. Okay, so let me just move that over just a tad more. I'll try and get that lined up straight. I don't know if I just made that straighter or more crooked. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay. All right. So the new products that I got today in my little brown box. So I got this gorgeous Celebrate Sunflowers stamp set. Now this one coordinates with the one that I already had as well from the same suite, the Jar of Flowers. So this is the one I already had that I showed last week, and this is the new one I got today. So each of these have their own coordinating die set. Now the dies that come with this one that I got today are these ones here, the sunflower dies, and I haven't even opened them up yet. So let's open them up together and we'll have a look and see what these beautiful dies look like. I mean, I've seen them in the catalogue, but it's always nicer to see them in real life. We'll take them out of the little pouch. And there we are. Oh, beautiful. So we have, I'll just move that jar of flowers away. So we've got the big one there that cuts out the big sunflower. And then there's the small one there that cuts out the small sunflower. The double leaves there cut out these ones. And then that leaf that's in the middle there cuts out this one. Then you've got this additional big, beautiful sunflower here with the center as well. And then some additional leaves as well. So they are absolutely gorgeous. And I've already seen some demonstrators making beautiful, beautiful cards with these products. So I can't wait to have a play with those today. Well, actually, we're not going to be playing with the stamps out of this one so much today, apart from the sentiments. I'm saving those sunflowers for some other projects, but we're going to be using the Jar of Flowers today. But because I received these in my BBB today, for those of you that don't know what that is big brown box. That's what we call the boxes that our deliveries come in. I wanted to just share those with you, that I had received those today. Now, the other thing that I received today was the Memories and More cards that go with this suite, and they're called the Flowers for Every Season Memories and More cards. You get the 6x4 and the 3x4s in there, so you can see there's quite a lot in there. In fact, how many are there in total? Oh, it doesn't tell me on the packet how many there are. It just says one set. It doesn't tell me exactly how many there are, so I might have to count them later. I'm not going to open them up today because I'm going to save them for my live on Thursday night. So every Thursday night at 7 o'clock now, I'm doing a Create with Mandy, very casual crafting evening. You can bring along your own craft, or you can watch what I'm making, and I'm going to open these up on Thursday night. So if you want to see those, come and join me at 7 o'clock on Thursday night. And I also got the Flowers for Every Season Memory and More cards and envelopes. And these cards, these ones I will open because these ones are in the in colours, our new in colours that are coming in, which are gorgeous. And we'll be playing with some of those in colours today. And these are already scored and folded cards for you, and they're not easy to open out of that packet. Hang on a minute. I'll have to open it all the way up. So we've got, there we go. So we've got our envelopes, and our envelopes have got the gorgeous in colours inserts. Well, they're not actually an insert, it's printed onto the inside of the envelope. and that's in our 5 beautiful in color colors. Ooh, there's the pink one, there's the pink one. There we go. So we've got Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, and Misty Moonlight. There you go. I did that all off the top of my head without looking. So I'm getting the new colors in my head. And then we've got the coordinating cards, and the cards are already scored, ready for you to fold, and they've got this little white dotted border already printed on there, so they fit the cards beautifully. They'll fit the small Memories and More cards and the large Memories and More cards, and we're going to play with these on Thursday as well, with those Memory and More cards. And again, they're in those beautiful in colors. All right, so if you want to see me play with those, come to my my Facebook page on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and we'll play with all of those. But for today, I will show you what we're going to be playing with. And the reason we're not playing with these ones today is because I only just received them, and I already had something else in mind. All right, so we might use some of the sentiments from the Celebrate Sunflowers, but we are going to be using today the Jar of Flowers, and we're going to be using some of the Designer Series paper from the suite. So this is the Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper from the same suite. And I've pulled out a few that I've just popped them on top of the ones that I thought that we might use. But I did show these last week. Oh, hi Glenda. Hi Jenny. Hi Robin. Hi Alison. Thank you all for jumping on and joining me today. It's great to see you. Yes, I know, Jenny. It goes so fast, doesn't it? Yep, so fast. So, these are the papers. I did show them last Monday, and just having trouble fanning them all out here because I've got the stamp set under there too. But yes, I did show all of these last week, and we are going to be using some of those today. So this is going to be the first time that I'm actually playing with these today. And of course, these are all double-sided with different prints and patterns on the opposite side. As we can see, some of them I already had flipped over, some of them I didn't, but there's just so many beautiful colors and patterns, and the ones I thought I might use I just popped on the top. And we're going to be using some of our in colors. We've got our in color ribbons and our embellishments, and then we've got our in color cardstock as well. So that's what we're going to be working with today. Alrighty, so oops. Oh, I just put that down on top of my stamps and then they all stuck to it. So we're going to be using the Jar of Flowers, and the images shown on the front of the Jar of Flowers stamp set is only shown at 75%. So the actual stamps themselves are quite a bit bigger. So that's the image of the jar, but that's the actual size of the jar next to it there, if you can see that. So you can see that they're quite a bit bigger than the image shown on the front, and that's just so that they can fit all of the imagery onto the front cover there. So we're going to be playing with this set, and I've chosen this group of flowers down here. So we've got 4 different groups of flowers we can choose to put with our little jar, and then we've got the stems here for our flowers as well. So yeah, so it depends on what you would like to do. Now the 2 jars, the tall jar and the little short jar, they are reversible. Oh, hi Sharon, great to see you. Thanks for joining me today. So they are reversible, so you can use the reverse side to stamp your water and things like that, which is what I'm going to be doing today, so I will show you that. So you have the jar image on one side, and then on the reverse side it's a solid shape, so you can use that for your water, which I will show you. All right, so let's set that aside, and we will start with, I've got my jar and my flowers. We'll start with our stamping of all our images first, and because we're going to be colouring today with our Stampin' Blends, I've got some thick Whisper White, So I'm going to stamp my images on here first, and then we're going to colour them, and then I'll cut them out and I'll start putting the card together. I don't have one pre-made to show you because I'm making this one up as we go. However, I do have an idea in my head of what we're doing, so all good. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to stamp everything in. Let me see. I think I'm going to stamp everything in basic grey today. So when you're using our Stampin' Blends, you can either stamp with our classic Stampin' pads, or you can stamp with Memento ink if you wanted a black image, a black outlined image. But yes, they're the ones to use if you're using Stampin' Blends, because the Stampin' Blends are alcohol based, and so you want to use a water based ink pad to work with that. So I'll stamp that up about there. We are going to cut this out. Beautiful. Oh, how cute is that jar? So cute. And then we need to also stamp our stems, but I think for the stems I'm going to stamp them in early espresso, but I'll let that dry first. And I'll stamp my flowers. So with photopolymer stamps, it's always a good idea, and I'm actually going to test this one before I stamp it onto my cardstock. It's always a good idea to give them a clean before you use them. It's sort of like conditioning the stamp. So I cleaned these already with some of our Stampin' Mist and my Stampin' Scrub, and then with the chamois before I started my live. Yep, that's okay. Just to be sure that all of that manufacturing chemicals and everything was off the stamps so that they would stamp really well. Because otherwise, sometimes some of that processing chemical can be on there and it can make it a bit splotchy. So you'll notice when you first stamp that the ink looks quite heavy, but as it absorbs into the cardstock and it dries, it will lighten up a little bit. So you can see I'm not sure if the camera will pick that up, but the flowers, the outline of the flowers looks a bit darker than the jar. That's just because the jar has already started to dry, but the flowers are still wet. So when that dries, they'll all be the same colour. Okay, so we'll pop that one away. Now I'm going to stamp the stems of the flower, the flower stems in, actually I'm going to check these because I'm not sure, I haven't used these before, so I'm not sure if they are a solid stem or if they are an open stem that we can colour. Oh yes, okay, they are. So when you stamp them, they're like an open stem that you can then colour. So I'm going to stamp them in the soft suede, and then we can colour them in. Oh, actually, will I do them soft suede or early espresso? No, I think I'll do them soft suede, and then we can colour them. All right. But if you wanted to do them in green, you could do them in green. It just depends. I'll probably still colour these in green just with the soft suede outline, and we'll see how that looks. So just line them up there. Good. So I've lined those flower stems up with the top part of the jar just there. Okay. And then I'll let that dry for a moment because I want to add some water. In fact, I might add the water with, I was going to add the water with the stamp, but I think what I might do instead is add it with the blends, now that I'm just looking at that again. So always be sure to give your stamps a clean straight after you use them, just to keep them in the best condition possible, and just to try and stop any staining. Yes, open stems. Have you played with this one yet, Donna? This is my first time, so I am experimenting with you all. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Yes, it's very exciting. Oh, yay, Wendy, you can hear me now. Awesome. I wonder what the problem was, if it was a Facebook thing or if it was just a device thing. Did you have to restart your device, Wendy, or how did you get around it? Ah, for your online class next month. Awesome. Oh, very good. Very good, Donna. Okay, so I've got all my blends here, and I'm just going to have a look at my light pool party. Actually, I might use my light balmy blue, come to think of it. Instead of pool party, I might use balmy blue. Light balmy blue. And I'm just going to colour some water in here. I am just doing a really basic layout today with this stamp set. I'm not doing anything too fussy. We're just going to use a little bit of embellishing and a little bit of designer series paper, but we're just doing a really basic layout today. Nothing too fancy today. I'm trying to see where the gap is in between those stems. There we go. So they're sitting in a little bit of water. And so now the colouring for our flowers. Well, I was thinking that I should probably choose the papers first, and then I can match the colours of the flowers to the papers that I wanted to use. So I had these, I thought I had another one out too, actually. I don't know which. What was the other one? No, that's that one. I thought I had 4 different ones out, but it wasn't the sunflower one. It was one of the other ones. Can't remember which ones I wanted now. I was thinking of one of those brighter coloured ones today. Oh, I think it was the other, I think it was that one. But yeah, I think I might go with either that one or that one. This one's got a bit more colour in it. It's got some of the blues in there as well. So if we look at the colours in this designer series paper. Oh, you had to restart twice and the second time it worked. Oh, okay. I'm glad you got it all sorted out, Wendy. That's great. So I'll let you know what the coordinating colours are in here. Basically, it is the in colours. So we've got the bumblebee, which is this colour here, and then we've got cinnamon cider. Cinnamon cider isn't in this particular piece here. Just jade, which is the green. Then we've got magenta madness, which is the sorry, I'll move this over a bit, which is that beautiful bright pink, and the misty moonlight, which is the blue. And then Poppy Parade is also in here, which is the red, and Whisper White, of course. So we've got one here that looks a little bit like the Poppy Parade, and I'm just basically following the colours that are in this designer paper here. So let's bring out our Poppy. So we've got our Poppy. Now, of course, I don't have the blends yet that are in the in colours, because they weren't available to us just yet, but they will be coming out very soon. But I'm going to choose colours that are similar. So I might keep out my balmy blue. Actually, what's the other blue that I have there? Yeah, so I'll keep out my balmy blue, and then, in fact, light night of navy might even work too, or it might be a bit dark. No, I think I'll keep out the balmy. And then for the pinks, let me see, for this bright pink, what colour will I use? We don't have anything really like that at the moment. We do have Light Lovely lipstick, which I could use, but Light Lovely lipstick is going to be retiring. I mean, Lovely lipstick, light and dark, is going to be retiring very soon. I do have some other colours too, which are on. What have we got? I wonder what Rococo would look like on there. And I think I'll get out my Daffodil Delight. Yeah, we'll get out some Daffodil. I might get out my Rococo. It's not going to be exactly the same, of course, but it'll be close. Yeah, that's the one I was just thinking of, Julie. Yeah. Great minds think alike. Get out Rococo. All right, so we've got our yellow, our blue, our red. Oh, and then for the green, Just Jade. So what will be similar to Just Jade? Shaded Spruce, perhaps? Yep, we'll get out some Shaded Spruce. Where's my Shaded Spruce? To find it now in my caddy here. Here we go, Shaded Spruce. And yeah, I think that should be it. Okay. All right, so let's get to colouring these. Now I think the Rococo Rose is going to be the big flower. So we might start with that one to begin with. And I love working with blends. They're just so easy. Oh, you're rugged up by the fireplace, are you, Wendy? Oh, is it really cold there too? It's been a really miserable day today. I think winter's setting in. I don't like winter much. Well, actually, I don't like winter at all, I have to say. I don't cope very well with the cold. So I'm just laying down a very little bit of the dark Rococo. And then I'm going to come in with the light. And just, I love how easy these blends make it for colouring. You really don't have to be an artist to be able to make your images look great with these Stampin' Blends. They're just so easy to use. So now I'm just blending out those darker lines just to soften them up, but so that we've still got the tone in there as well. And I find a combination often of strokes and circular motions, but often with the circular motions I find tends to blend out those darker tones much better. And then you can always go back in with some more dark, but it's always better to start out a bit lighter and then add a bit more dark if you need to, rather than start out dark and then go, oh no, that went a bit dark to what I had wanted it. And just a disclaimer, I am certainly no artist, so don't critique my colouring too harshly. So just laying down a little bit more dark and then blending that back out again, just to add a little bit more tone in that flower. There we go. Well, there's a nice pop of colour. It is a bit deeper than the Designer Series paper, but that's okay. Until we get the actual colours, then that is going to work fine for what we want. So I'll actually just pop this out of the way over there. All right, so then we've got some of these other flowers here too. I might do a blue one. I might make this other one here blue. Well, actually, I might make that one yellow and we'll do the one at the back blue. So again, I'll just lay down a little bit of my dark there. And this is the balmy blue, the dark balmy blue. They always say to lay down the darkest colour where you think there would be shadows, but they are. So I just kind of guess. As I said, doesn't have to be perfect because it's a handmade card and it's got a lot of love and time put into it, so I'm sure that whoever this goes to, they will appreciate that it's a handmade card. and they won't be critiquing my colouring skills. There we go. And then we'll make this other one at the front here yellow. So sometimes with some of our stamps it's easy to see where the shadowing is, because some of our stamps actually have the shadowing in the stamped image, but some like this don't have. They're just more of a solid lined image. But yeah, so then with these ones I always just guess. Just being careful too when you've already got a darker color laid down and you're doing a lighter color next to it, be careful not to drag any of that color back into your lighter color as well, because the blends will, as the name says, they will blend. So you want to keep those colors separate. In fact, often it's a good idea to color the lighter ones first before the darker ones, but I still hadn't decided what colors I was going to use. Okay, there we go. So we have also got these little flowers at the back here, so I'm going to make those ones the Poppy Parade. So I'll come in with the dark first. Not sure what types of flowers these all are. Does anybody know what types of flowers these are? This one I think is a rose, obviously, but I'm not sure if these other ones, would they be country roses or something else? And I'm not sure what these little red ones are at the back. I don't really know flowers well. Does anybody know what sorts of flowers they think these would be? Or give me some suggestions. I know that some of you ladies have got beautiful gardens, so I'm sure you probably know flowers a lot better than me. I don't have many flowering plants in my gardens. I've mostly got fruits and vegetables and succulents. So yeah, the loose ones. Oh, they could be a type of peony. Yeah, they look like cosmos, the little red ones. Donna, are they the ones that you think look like cosmos? Okay, so I'm going to do... Hi Diane, great to see you. So I'm going to do just the veins on these. I'll do a little bit of dark towards the bottom of each of those leaves. And this is the, what did I say I was using? Shaded spruce. The red ones, yeah. Oh, so the red ones could be peonies as well. Okay. What about this one, the yellow and the blue one? Do you think that they might be other types of roses or something? I think on here, on the designer series paper, these ones look like roses, but I'm not sure. There's another little blue one they've got there. Mind you, I don't think I've ever seen an actual blue rose. So this is, unless they've been tinted by the florist. You know that the have you seen in the florists now, they're tinting a whole heap of different flowers in different colors now. One of the girls at my work, she got a bunch of roses delivered from her boyfriend, and they were all rainbow colors, like they'd all been fully colored. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like that. So I guess nowadays flowers can really come in any color because they get colored. Okay, that is very bright. That is very, very bright. Oh, a briar rose. Oh, okay. All types of roses. Some are tight flowers, some are loose. Oh, mauve, but they nearly looked like blue. Ah, okay. Some of the heritage and climbing roses have a loose shape. Oh, yes, you're right too. Yes. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to try and get, so that's a shaded spruce. I'm going to try a little bit of dark pool party just to see what the difference in the color is. That's mint macaron. That might be just having a look to see. Oh, maybe mint, maybe dark mint macaron. Let me test that on my paper here. I'll do these ones in, yeah, I'm just adding in an extra color here. These ones are mint macaron. Not that one. That's something else. So really you can, you know, it's up to each artist, I suppose, as to what color they decide to color all their little plants in. This is quite colorful, and it's probably a bit more color than what I would normally use. And it's not exactly the same color as the paper, the designer series paper. I'm going to use a bit of yellow on these ones here. Bit of Daffodil Delight. And then these ones at the back, I'm not even sure. I might just pop a little bit of, what have we got? Mint macaron on there again as well. Yeah, I didn't have time to test all of the colours before we went live, but it'll be great when we've got the Stampin' Blends and the Stampin' Write markers in the in colours. That will be the exact right colours for this designer series paper. All right. So, oh, the stems. I forgot about the stems. Now, I know that in this, the stems are going to be the Just Jade, and the shaded spruce and the Bermuda Bay are kind of similar to Just Jade, but not exactly the same. But that Just Jade is really dark. Maybe I'll just go with the light. Was it shaded spruce? Shaded spruce, I mean, sorry. Shaded spruce. Oh, there's a bluish rose. They call it Blue Moon Rose. Oh, awesome. Okay, good. So, oh, good. So there really are blue roses. Well, that's good. Flower lessons here. Don't listen to me, I have no idea. Oh, it sounds like you've got more idea than I do, Donna, because I really am not sure. But yeah, usually I would do a bit of research beforehand, but I was out this morning, so I didn't get time to do any research. I just basically got home, quickly ate, and then jumped on. So, but anyway, let's have a really bright and colourful card today with all these different colours. And as I said, my friend got delivered rainbow roses, so I think anything goes these days. So I'm just using the bullet tip of my Stampin' Blend here just to colour these stems. And the reason that I stamped them in the soft suede was because often flower stems are actually brownish green tinge. Sometimes they're brown, sometimes they're green, and sometimes they're greeny brown. So I thought, well, let's just go greeny brown and see how it turns out. I mean, possibly if I did it again, I'd probably just do it all in grey. So I had all of the outlines the same of all of the stamped images, but you know, we're experimenting today, so all good. That is a very, very light colour for a stem as far as I'm concerned. I'm not even sure that I might put a little bit of dark in there if I can get the cap off. think they needed to be a bit darker. Flower stems, like flower petals, are different colours, I suppose, aren't they? So you never know. There we go. Okay, I might just blend that down a little bit. What do we use? Sure. Yep, we'll use this one. Oh, you had the blue moon rose, did you, Donna? Beautiful. My mum used to grow roses. I think I've said that recently, actually. I seem to remember I said that just a short time ago. But my mum always grew roses. She loved roses, and she was really good at growing roses. She knew just exactly, you know, how to trim them and cut them back and things. And I remember when she used to cut them back, I think it was in the winter, they would look so ugly because they were just, it was just like stalks, and she'd trim them back so harshly. But then they'd bloom back up again beautifully the next season, and yeah, so she loved her roses. All right, so now we've got that coloured, we are going to die cut that in, and let's just see. Well, the paper's colourful too. So yeah, the Rococo Rose is definitely a lot darker than the Magenta Madness. Did I say the right thing? I think I did. Yeah, definitely a lot darker, but that's okay. We've still got sort of the same, you know, colours in there. And even, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in my colour lifter, because I'm going to lighten the colour on these red ones. What did I use? I forget which red I used now. Poppy Parade, that's right. It's going to lighten them up a little bit, just a little bit here and there. There we go. And I might put some little lighter tips around the edges of the, we'll see what this does. Just around the edges of the petals there. But being careful not to push that colour too harshly, because otherwise it might push it outside of the lines, and we don't want it to bleed out. Just add some little highlights there with the colour lifter, just to soften that up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Put a bit more there. That just adds a bit more tone into it, doesn't it? I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up so well. Now I want to do that on all of them. I'll just put down a little bit just to move some of that colour. Add a little bit of tone. And we'll do it with the same with the blue one. There we go. I love playing with the Stampin' Blends. They're so easy to work with. So you can see I'm just literally scribbling this here and there, just to give a little bit of tone in there. There we go. Yeah. Okay, great. Moving right along. All right, so we are going to die cut this now with our stitched rectangle dies. So rectangle stitched dies, sorry. And I'm using the third largest one to die cut this image out, and it should just fit, yes. All right, so let's bring in my die cutting machine. And remember I spoke last week about our new die cutting machines that are coming out very soon in our new catalogue, which is so exciting. So we're all so excited about that. So it's going to be called the Stamp and Cut and Embossing Machine. Stamp and Cut and Emboss Machine. And there's going to be 2 of them. We're going to have an ordinary sized one, and we're going to have a mini, which is so exciting. So they are going to be fantastic, and they have folding platforms as well. So they fold up really compact, and we'll be able to take them when we travel, take them to events, all sorts of things. So it's going to be fantastic. Sorry, I'm just lining up this frame before I cut that, or before I run it through, I should say. And I'm going to washi tape that down because I don't have my magnetic mat on, and this die is getting a little bit warped because I've used this one quite a lot of times. Now, when you're putting any straight edge dies through any die cutting machine, regardless of which one you're using, always be sure to have it at a little bit of an angle, just so that it feeds through much more easily that way through your machine, and you don't get that speed bump as you go through. Oh yes, true, Wendy. Yes, the colours of the stems. Yes, brown. They form light bark. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. So when they're young, they're green, and then they darken over time. Oh, cool. We are getting some lessons today, aren't we, Donna? You can tell I don't have much of a green thumb. I didn't inherit that from my mum. I inherited a lot of other things, but not that. All right. So gently. So a little tip for you, if you're having trouble releasing your dies, particularly your stitched dies from your your images from your dies, if you just get a little corner and then you put a bone folder under there and then lay it down flat and run the bone folder along, it releases it really easily then. There we go. Sometimes some of those dies with the stitching in them, they bite right into the cardstock. So there we go. Oh, I tore a little bit of the cardstock then. There we go. All right, so there's our image. Now, so if we're going to use some of that, and we'll have to cut that down, we have to choose our base. So here's all our in color cardstock. I haven't really, Fee. Everybody's teaching me about flowers today on my live. Maybe should we go Magenta Madness? It's very bright and bold. Oh, there's our green. I'm just trying to pull out all the colors so we can see. All right, so if we're going to go, so we will have, we will mat this on another color, but I'm just wondering which should be our base color. What if we had, do you know what? I'm going to pull out a piece of each one, make it easier. I'm thinking probably not cinnamon cider, and the bumblebee maybe, I don't know. Probably not cinnamon cider, because cinnamon cider isn't in the color palette that I'm using today. Okay. So let's see, what does everybody think? I'm thinking maybe even what about the yellow? Or, hang on, what about, oh, you think the Magenta Madness Fee? Yeah, maybe. I was thinking about maybe that. Whoops. On that. very bright, isn't it? And then we could do that onto that. How would that look? So on Magenta Madness, then we have the DSP and then the Misty Moonlight as the base. What do you think? Or we could go the other way. I like that. Well, let's just have a look. Let's go the other way and see. This is how I often will design my cards. I'll just pull everything out and just play around with all the colors to see what I like, what I feel goes with what. And then, yeah, that's how I kind of determine. No, I don't like it that way. I liked it better the other way. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Wendy, with the blue as the base. And yep, okay, and Glenda likes that too. Okay, let's go with that. All right. So I'll bring in my trimmer. If I can find my trimmer after underneath all of this stuff I've just dumped on top of it. Hang on a minute. I've got to move some catalogues here. Okay. All right. So we will, I'll turn this up the right way to begin with. That will be helpful. We'll just cut a piece of Misty Moonlight in half. So we're going 14.85, which is half a sheet. Then we will score that at 10.5, and that will be our card base. There we go. So we'll fold that into our card base. Now let me burnish that. Oops. Okay, so now we've got to work out the size that we need for our magenta. So let's just measure this die. So this is 7.6 by 11.1. Let me write that down. 7.6 by 11.1. And you know what I normally do? I normally just use my eye, to be honest. But I'll trim this down first to a workable size piece, and then we'll go from there. So I'll just trim that in half. So we've got one full base, and then I'll turn this one, I'll cut this one at 10.5. So I've got two full card fronts, and we'll keep one of those aside to work with, and that's the one we're going to cut down. Yep, so we need to go that way. Okay, so what we might do is first of all cut down our designer series paper. So I think I want it going up that way. So it's always a good idea to have a look at the design on your designer series paper and just see if you feel that the design works better up one way than the other. Some it does and some it doesn't matter. But I think with this one, yeah, I think I like it going that way. So I'm going to probably do I'm probably going to go 10 by, let me see, 14.5. Yeah, I'll do a 2mm border. So we'll do 14.45. So we go 14.45. No, we want to go 10.1 because this is our width first. So 10.1. by 14.45. There we go. Oops. Come out of there, you. All right, there we go. So that will be our card base. So, sorry, our card, our layer, our designer series paper layer. Oh, that looks pretty on the Misty Moonlight. Look at that. That's really pretty. Did I cut that too short? Oh, no. Yes. No. I did cut it a little bit short that way. Oh no, that's okay. That's all right. And then, oh, I love that. That's so beautiful. That would be beautiful just with a ribbon and a sentiment, just as it is, I reckon. Really, really pretty. And then I'm just going to put a small, what have we got? Where did I just put my ruler down? Oh, there it is. Just having a look to see how big that border is, because I don't want too big a border. I only want a really, really skinny border around there. So what is that? That's, I can see without my glasses, about a 2mm border. All right, so if I'm going to add a 2mm border, so then that will be 8 by 11.5, right? 8 by 11.5. So we'll go 11.5. I'll cut this first and then I'll tell you if I'm right. My calculations, trying to do them in a hurry, often doesn't work. Maths is not my friend. That looks about right though. Let's see. Did we get that right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. So the matte layer, in fact, that might need a little bit. Let's see. Yep. I'm just going to measure that again. That was, oh, that's 11. I think I wrote 11.5, so it needs 1 mil taken off it. Let's see if we can get 1 mil taken off that. Let's see if I can trim 1 mil off. Oh, we did. Look how great this cutter is, this trimmer. I just took 1mm off there and it didn't fray or jagger the edge or anything. It just trimmed off really beautifully. All right, so now that should be better. No, now I've taken off too much. Oh, maybe I took off 2. Did I? Did I take off 2? Oh, I did 2. I took off 2 instead of 1. So now it's really skinny border that way. All right. Let's do another one. All right, so it needs to be 8 by 11. No, 8 by 11.4. Oh my goodness, I'll get this right. 8 by 11.4. All right, so 8. The joys of doing live and not pre-planning. Oh, it's always fun. It's all good. It's what crafting is all about, isn't it? Experimentation and just having a play. Yeah, it looks great on the blue, doesn't it? Looks really beautiful. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, so this layer that I die cut with the stitched rectangle was 7.6 by 11, and then the Magenta Madness is 8 by 11.4. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to adhere those down now. I'll just use a little bit of snail. I'll just pop some down onto there. And that's just going straight down onto our magenta. Oh, I think I didn't get it straight. Oh well. That'll do for today. Okay, and then we're going to need some ribbon on here as well, so, and some bling. So that is going to look beautiful once that goes on there. Let's bring in our ribbon and our bling. And would you believe this ribbon, I had that, all these rolls rolled up beautifully before I went live. I had rolled them all up, and now look at them. They've all come unrolled again. I'm going to have to put a pin in the ends, I think, to hold them all on their roll. They're really, really a soft ribbon, and they just like to come off there. Oh, maybe some blue would be nice on there. Green, blue, or pink. Probably not the pink because we've already got pink. Well, I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's have a little play with the colours of the ribbon and see which colour ribbon we think looks good on there. This is such a really colourful card. My mum would have loved this card. She used to love anything floral. So let's see. Green. I think you lose the green a little bit. Maybe the blue. I'm thinking about putting a bow on the front of that vase. Blue or yellow. Maybe a pop of yellow would be good. Pop of yellow. Maybe a pop of yellow or a pop of pink. Maybe the yellow. I'll go with the yellow. All right, let's tie a bow with this and we'll see how it looks. Oh my goodness, I've got so much going on this desk. It's going to take me the rest of the night to clean it all back up again. You like the yellow? Yeah, I think so too, Wendy. I think we're in agreement with that. Let's just tie a little bow and we'll pop it on and see. Okay, so we get a little bow tied here. Oops. It's my first time tying a bow with this ribbon actually. It's so nice and soft. It's beautiful. Yep, goes that way. All right, so yeah, I think we need it smaller though. It holds really well too actually. You know, some of the ribbons that are like a satiny ribbon and they're really slippery and they come undone really easily. This one actually doesn't. What do you think about that? If we have a little, we'll put it down a bit lower, a little yellow bow on there. Do you think that would be cute? Oh, you like the blue. All right, well, let's tie Athena likes the blue bow. Let's tie, oh, you like the blue as well, Jenny? Okay, let's do a blue bow and we'll compare. I thought blue first as well because I thought the same thing, Athena, that it would tie in with the base. But then when I put the yellow down, I thought, oh, I like the pop of colour with the yellow. So it's hard to choose. They're both beautiful. I'll just make this one the same, about the same size. All right, so that's the yellow one. Okay. And then this is the blue one. Hang on, I've got to get that ribbon sitting right. That's the blue one. All right, ladies, which one do you like better, the yellow one or the blue one? Oh, you like the blue as well, Fee. That will be the blue one. I like the pop of colour of the yellow, but I like the blue as well. Because the blue does tie in the base too. What does everyone think? So I've got 3 blues, 4 blues, 5 blues. Oh, it looks like, oh, and 2 yellows. 5 against 2. Okay, so we've got 5 for blue and 2 for yellow. Maybe I'm just going to have to make a second one later and do one with a yellow bow. Blue looks better. It doesn't clash with the flowers. Makes them pop out. Okay, yes. Yep. Yep, okay, you've sold me. I'll do the blue. That makes sense. All right. So let's trim off the ends of our blue bow. Okay. And I'll save my little yellow bow for another project. And we'll pop that on. Just having trouble getting this little bow to sit the way I want it. Come on, little bow. Cooperate. There we go. We'll pop him on there. All right, so before we do that, what I'll do is I will adhere my designer series paper to the base. We'll do that first. Really love this paper. It's so pretty. I really like the colour of the Misty Moonlight as well. It's a really nice blue. It's like a dusty blue. There we go. And I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals. If I had, I don't have it nearby. I was going to say I would have liked to have popped some thread. Oh, do you know what I didn't do? The sentiment. I forgot about the sentiment. Before I adhere that, let's check for the sentiment first, because I was going to pop the sentiment on there. I might do thanks a bunch, and then I can put thanks a bunch across the bottom there. Let's do that before. Well, I probably can stick that down. I probably can still stick that down first, and then we'll do the sentiment. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. This one must be shown at, oh yeah, the images on this stamp set are shown at 90% as well. So it's actually bigger than I thought as well. It's quite large. Let's see if it's going to fit. What's that other one? Know that you are loved. Know that you are loved would be nice too. So thanks a bunch is going to go right across there, or I'll have to put my stickers on these too. Or we've got know that you are loved. Let's see where that would fit. Oops, up there, Bo. Know that you are loved. Could go down there in the corner. I might use that one. Thanks a bunch. No, I'll use thanks a bunch. All right, we'll go with that one. All right, let's pop our sticker on there quickly so I make sure that I get that lined up when I stamp it. Move that across. And it's this one down here. Oh, no worries, Wendy. Thank you for popping in. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. Oh, hi, Shirley. How are you? Great to see you here today. Alrighty, so I'll just pop this sticker on so that I can see where I'm stamping. There we go. So these stickers are actually not too bad to pop on. They're pretty easy. And if you do get it a slightly off center, it doesn't matter too much so long as it's sort of close. There we go. All right, and we'll grab a block for that one, line that up. Oh, no, I didn't get that straight on my block. Oh, you're about to leave for work, are you? Oh, have a good night. Thanks for popping in. It was good to see you. All right, so I will stamp this onto, what am I going to stamp this onto? Might look nice embossed in gold onto some blue. What do you think? Or should I just, oh, I know what I might do. I might stamp it in one of our blues. Which blue could I use? I might stamp it in, might just stamp it in Night of Navy because I don't have the Misty Moonlight ink yet. So I might stamp it in Night of Navy onto Whisper White, and then we can die cut that. I'll actually just get some thin Whisper White. Well, not thin, but ordinary Whisper White. I just didn't want to use the thick Whisper White. And I'll just stamp that there. Yeah, you agree with the Night of Navy fee? I'll stamp that off and give that a little clean on my chamois. I'll just letting that ink dry while I'm just giving this a little clean. There we go. All right. Now, okay, so with my, let's see, with my rectangles, just see that one's a bit short. And let's see the next one. The next one will just fit, actually. All right, so I might die cut it with that one and we'll see how that looks. So this is just a really simple, really simple layout, but that designer series paper and that stamp set just, you know, pop. They're just so beautiful. So I'll just bring in my die cutting machine again so we can cut this sentiment out. And I'll just get that lined up. Actually, let me just trim that down, and we'll just line that up. And we'll use that washi tape again just to adhere, or to tack down really. It's not really adhering it, but it's tacking down that sentiment. Oh, not the sentiment. I'm thinking ahead of myself. The die. We want to tack down that die so that doesn't move when we're rolling that through. Especially being that it's a sentiment, we want that to stay nice and straight. There we go. Alrighty, now let's see how that looks. Okay, great. Oh, a little bit crooked actually. That's all right. Okay, so then we could pop that just across. It's very big, isn't it, for the... It's trying to work out exactly where I would like to have it. And put that up there and that down there perhaps. Actually, let me just trim that. A little extra bit of cardstock there. No, I think it needs to go... I think it's going to need to go across there, and might need to just mount it up rather than putting it flat. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to mount this on dimensionals. So I'll grab out my dimensionals. Where are they? There we go. And my take your pick tool. I like to use my take your pick tool to pick up my dimensionals. I find it the best way for me. Everyone has their own little ways of doing things, their own little methods. This is just one of the things that I find easiest for me. Okay, and then we'll just remove the backings. Oops, missed that one. There we go. Okay, so then we're just going to adhere our image onto the center there. If I had some metallic twine, I would have added some metallic twine behind there, but I don't have any on hand right this minute. So I'm just going to just have it on its own. And then we'll use a couple of mini glue dots to adhere our little bow. In fact, I'll trim up that. Trying to see if that's even or not. It's a bit hard to tell when it's sitting all skew-if. It's a little bit longer on this side. I'll just trim that down a little bit. She might trim both sides, to be honest. I think it's a little bit long. There we go. Okay, and we'll pop that down with our glue dots. Mini glue dots are the best adhesive for ribbon. And we're going to pop that little bow just there. Beautiful. And then our sentiment is also going to be popped up on dimensionals, and that's just going to go across there. I really think it's quite large. I'm not really happy with the sentiment. I mean, I like the sentiment, but I think that it's really big for that. Maybe it should go down there. I don't know. What do you think about the sentiment? Hi, Megan. No worries. Oh, this designer series paper. This is the flowers for, or let me get the name right. Hang on a minute. I'm still getting my head around all of the new designer series papers. Flowers for Every Season, I think it's called. Let me find the packet. Yes, Flowers for Every Season. And it's comes in 6x6, and this is the range here. And they're all double-sided, and they're going to be in our new annual catalogue. Available 3rd of June. So this is all of them here. Really beautiful, bright colours. Yeah, very pretty. So yes, I'm just not sure about this sentiment. Actually, do you know what I'm thinking? Will I, won't I? Will I put that there? What do you think? I think it looks a little bit lower down here. I'm actually thinking about just cutting out the thanks and just using the thanks on its own, because oh yes, okay, I just had an idea. Okay, I'm going to cut this with my scissors, which is always risky for me because I often don't get it straight when I do this, but let's just see how we go. Let's just see how we go. I'm changing this up a little bit. I'm not going to use the whole sentiment. I just feel it's a little bit big for the image that I've got there. Okay, so now we've got a little thanks. And I think I'm going to tuck it just under the ribbon there. Come out from the ribbon there. Yep, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to mount it up though. If I mount it up, is it still going to sit under there? Oh, I have an idea. Here's another idea. Where is my bone folder? Flowers for Every Season. Yes, I think, is that not what I said? Sorry, Fee. I think I might have said the wrong thing. All right, so yeah, I'm going to pop that under there, coming from under there, and then I'm going to have a little bow in it and have it coming up and flat on the other side. So I'm going to put a little dimensional in the middle and a glue dot on each end. It's beautiful paper, isn't it, Megan? It's really, really pretty. For anyone that loves anything floral, they will love this. Yeah, I think so too, Shirley. I just think that whole sentiment was a bit too big for this image. Oh, and for this layout too, the way that I've done the layout, because I've done it so sort of symmetrical. All right, so I'm going to, so I've got a glue dot on either end of this little label, and I've got a dimensional in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tuck that just under there and stick that down. Then I'm going to have it come up in the middle and then go back down flat there, just to add a little bit of something to the card. So if you can see that, it's sort of like bowing up and then going down as though it's flowing. Not sure if you can see that in the camera. Yeah, so So there we go. All right, so we'll add some little gemstones now. Here are our in color enamel dots. We'll add some of these. Yeah, that thanks looks much better now rather than have the whole big sentiment. I think it was way too big. Just wasn't looking right. Okay, so now we've got to choose more choices now. More choices with our colors of our little dots. Our little enamel dots. Let's see. I might do yellow because I'm going to put them down here. Let's see. Put a yellow one there. And there. Yeah, thanks Athena. Yeah, I agree. And we'll pop one up here. Oops, off you come, little one. There we go. Might just move this one over a little bit. Oh, no, you're staying there. Okay, staying there. Staying there where it is. Stuck, stuck, stuck. Can I lift this one? No, these ones are very sticky. Once they're stuck, they're stuck. They don't want to, that one doesn't want to come up. Because I think if I try and lift it up, I'm going to lose, yeah, I'm going to lose the backing. Okay, we won't do that. We'll leave them there. There we go. Okay, so there is our little project finished. And I've got this little strip left over. So I'm going to use that to decorate the inside of the card, but I'll do that later when I put an insert in the card. And I'll use that little piece to decorate the inside. So I'll just pop it in there so I don't forget to do that. So there you go. There is my first little project with that gorgeous, gorgeous suite, which is the Flowers for Every Season suite. So that is my lovely little card. So I just love that paper. It looks so beautiful on that misty moonlight blue. Really, really pretty. Really pretty. I might need to trim up that little tail again, I think, on that. I always have trouble getting my tails straight, even, I should say. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you. All right, well, I will flip up the camera now so that I can say goodbye to you all. Just give me a moment and I'll do that. Okay. Flip and let's see, did we get it straight? Oh, I nearly chopped my head off. There we go. Oh, lights, camera, action. I always forget to adjust my lights. I really need 2 sets of lights so that I don't have to always move them. I have 1 set always on my face and 1 set on the desk. There we go. So I hope you liked my card. It's really cute. Very colourful. So yes, it'll surely brighten up somebody's day for sure. But it's a beautiful suite and I can't wait till we've got the blends and the Stampin' Right markers in those beautiful in colours that will coordinate with all of that designer series paper and those cardstock bases as well. Yeah, once we get those colours that actually match in perfectly, it'll be even more beautiful. So that's my first little play with that one. Oh, the top of my, you know how I tried to lift that rhinestone or little gem? I advise you not to try to do that because you know what I did? I actually lifted off the top of it. So I'll have to replace it now with another one. It just fell off just then. So once they're that sticky, once you stick them down, don't try to lift them off, just leave them where they go. So be sure of where you want to stick them. I'll have to put another one there now. Oh, okay, here we go. There we go, all fixed. There we go, all fixed. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed watching me try and work out that project. But it was a lot of fun, very colourful. I love working with colour and yeah, it surely will brighten up somebody's day. So thank you all for joining me. Oh, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, really, really pretty, Megan. I agree. That paper is just gorgeous, and the stamp set is amazing. There's so much you can do with that. And with that stamp set, you've got those 3 different floral blooms. Was it 3 or 4? It was 4. 4 different floral blooms. I can't even talk now. Oh, there it is there, the jar of flowers. And it has, so there is a coordinating punch, which I didn't use today, but there is a coordinating punch that punches out those vases as well. So if you want to get the bundle, you will save yourself 10% if you purchase the punch with the stamp set. You will save yourself 10%. So remember to keep that in mind as well. Also too, with this suite is some little shaker domes that you can turn these jars into shakers, the little shaker cards. So keep those in mind as well. And there's also some little gemstones or rhinestones, I think they are, which I don't have either. And they coordinate with the suite as well, and they look really good in those little shaker domes. So if you love making shaker cards just aren't my thing so much. You never know, I might surprise everybody and make one day, but they're not really my thing, so I didn't buy them this time. But if you like shaker cards, then certainly get those shaker domes. They are awesome, and I've seen a lot of people create with them and they look amazing. I just don't have time. So yeah, so I choose just to do it plain. But anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed that. Again, if you are not already a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you are working with, please ask me about joining my team. I'd love to have you join my team. I have a team of wonderful, wonderful ladies, and they're really beautiful ladies, and we've all formed such great friendships. We have a lot of fun together. We have our own Facebook group where we share our projects, and it's so great just to be encouraging to one another. And as well as that, you've got all the benefits of joining Stampin' Up! You get a discount, well, you get freebies at first when you join, of course, as I said, because you pay $169 to get your starter kit, but you can choose $235 worth of product in that kit, and you get free shipping. So you get $66 of free product, plus you get free shipping. Then you get all of your, you get free catalogs as well with that as well. And then you get 20 to 25% off all your future purchases. So it's a no-brainer, really. If you love Stampin' Up! Products and you know that you're going to be continuing to buy Stampin' Up! Products, why not get them at a discount? There's no lock-in contracts. You don't need to sell to anybody. If you've got any more questions or any concerns, please feel free to ask me, because I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, and there's absolutely no pressure. Okay, so I just like everybody to be able to be part of this wonderful company, build those beautiful friendships, and just enjoy the products at a discount. That's awesome. So I'd love for you to be able to do that too. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. I hope that as many of you as possible can join me on Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and I will be playing with those other new products that I showed you before, which are the Memories and More cards with the Flowers for Every Season Memory and More cards. We're going to be playing with those, and the coordinating cards as well that are in those gorgeous in colors. We're going to be playing with those, and we'll probably incorporate the ribbon and the what are they called, enamel dots that we just used as well. We'll incorporate those because every card needs ribbon and bling, don't you know? Well, that's what I always say anyway. So yeah, so it is lots of fun, Megan. Thursday nights are really relaxed. You can bring along your own project, whether or not that's a papercraft project, or it might be your knitting or your sewing, or we have everyone bringing all sorts of crafts along on Thursday night. Sit in your jammies if you want to. I always wear my comfy pants, have your cup of tea there. It's just a really chilled time where we can just enjoy each other's company and just have some fun. So come along if you're available. 9 o'clock on, 9 o'clock, not 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. And I look forward to seeing you all then. But until then, have a great week, everybody, and happy crafting. See you later.